Hello, and welcome to another episode of Conscious Dating Network Success Stories. My name is Jill Crosby, and I'm the owner and founder of the Conscious Dating Network, which is comprised of multiple online dating sites, including SpiritualSingles.com, greensingles.com, ConsciousSingles.com, and many others. And you only need to join one site, and you automatically have access to all sites. It's like different rivers all flowing into the same big ocean. And today we have a very special treat. I am interviewing Jean and Lorelei, and they are in Queensland, Australia. Hello and welcome, you two.
Welcome from the underside of the world. Eh?
Hey.
We're in the morning and you're in the evening time.
Exactly.
We're
yes.
upside down.
Right.
It's good.
Right. So how long ago did you guys met back in 2019, correct? Is that right?
5 years ago.
Yeah, just over 5 years ago we connected with Green Singles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a magnificent love journey and journey of involvement and just growth together personally and as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really fantastic. It's been mostly the best thing ever happened to us, to tell the truth, in my entire life. And I've been around quite a few decades now. We're not spring chickens. So how this we came to be was on one of your sites, the Green Singles site. And I was just kind of fishing around, as seems like most people, and it's the first kind of dating site I ever engaged in my life. And I joined it for I was on it for 6 months, and I didn't really connect with anybody. And then and then I thought, oh, I'll just let it go 6 months. And then I noticed that you're on the auto renewal for another 6 months. It went on. So hey, what's this going on here? There's another. They've taken out another 6 months of auto, which is fine. And so I thought, oh well, I'll just let it go. But when it auto renewed after 6 months, within the next, I'm not sure time frame, but it's very short. Within a few weeks or less, I made connection with Lorelei. So it's sometimes our life is just set out before we even know about it. Because I wasn't intending to renew it. I thought, oh no, 6 months. I've tried it now. Move on and see what happens. But the universe grabbed me by the collar and said, "No, you're not going anywhere, young fella. There's somebody you got to meet." So yeah, that's how I met Lorelei. I'll let her take over. How she kind of was introduced to Green Singles as well.
Yeah, I wasn't on any dating sites, and then I wasn't dating or anything. And then my sister just sent me the link for Green Singles, and she had sent some little links of people that she thought looked interesting. I thought, oh, they look pretty decent, look sort of more deep and meaningful type of people than other sites I'd been on. And so I only joined it for about 3 days, basically. 3 days, and just connected with a couple of people. And John sent me a message, and I was only just going to have a look. I didn't really join. I was only on it for a couple of days, and then John sent me a message, and he was just like a breath of fresh air. And I quickly got off the site. I was literally only on it for 3 or 4 days or something, or barely even a week.
She got her money's worth, didn't she?
I didn't. I wasn't on the paid.
Didn't even pay. Well, I should
had a quick look.
That's pretty neat. And that's actually, thanks for bringing that up, because Green Singles is part of the Conscious Dating Network. You're our first Green Singles interview, which is fun. It's great. And you guys didn't have to be a member of the same site, which so far all the people I've interviewed have actually joined the same site, which is really interesting. It just kind of shows that, I think, with the commonalities that you have innately anyway, that you would naturally be called to join the same site, because you have so many common interests in it that way. So I think that's interesting. And only one person has to pay to contact the other, and the other can reply for free. I've always had it that way. So Lorelei, tell me, what did you like about Jean's profile? Like you said, it was a breath of fresh air. Was what he wrote to you, or was it his profile, or a little of both? What was it?
No, it wasn't his profile. I think I'd seen his picture and he didn't have a whole lot of information on it. So I just sort of, swiped. And then he must have seen that I viewed his profile or something,
Yeah.
because he sent me a message and it was like really cheery. I could feel his energy flowing through the message. You know how a lot of people just say, "Hello, how are you?" And it's like kind of boring. You just feel it really boring. But his was like this amazing energy coming through the message. And I was just like, okay, find me on my email because I'm about to leave this site and then we can continue writing. Because I didn't want to stay on the site, because you know how you get messages from people and you're not really interested in them. And I didn't want to keep doing that. So I just wanted a quick look and then get off. And then he was the one. Turns out he's the one. The one.
If you weren't a success story, you would be just like a terrible ad for the business. Like, I didn't want to stay on because people were contacting me. God forbid.
True. It's true. You get all these messages from people that you're not even interested in. Just out of politeness, you just go, "Oh, hello, how are you?"
Yeah.
Thanks, but no
It's
thanks.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. So wait, now, so Jean, you were in London, right?
No. I've been in Australia all this time. I've been in Australia for 44 years. And
Oh, okay.
I was living in North Queensland, where we are now. Not at this particular location, but I was in North Queensland, tropical kind of Australia. And she was down in Brisbane, which is the capital of Brisbane. So she was around about Queensland, sorry. So she was nearly 2,000 kilometers away from me. But we were in the same state, because Australia is a big country, just like the USA, a big country and big states. So Queensland is on the east coast. You might have heard about it anyway. So
And the flight is what, an hour and a
the
half?
flight's about 2 hour flight,
Oh,
maybe
2
hour and a half, yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours. So yeah, so at the time, we were emailing, and the same. It was kind of the same reciprocation. Like when we were emailing, I just felt this, and Lorelei was reciprocating and writing back, and she was very genuine, very authentic the way she was writing about her feelings, and it wasn't all glory, and bells and whistles. She was saying that a few things in her life, and she's a few challenges and this, that, and the others, which is very authentic, and I thought that was amazing, and I just felt a connection instantly, but really strong connection, tremendously strong connection, and I just got super excited about this, and I thought, God, in fact, I almost from my emails, I almost felt like I fell instantly in love, and it's amazing, because, neither of us are spring chickens. So, we've been in relationships and had failed relationships and been here and been there and all this sort of thing. So, and I think, I've met a lot of people in my life, and I've been in a lot of relationships in my life, but I never felt a strong connection as I ever did with Lorelei. It's incredible, and that was just before I ever met her. It was just we hadn't even spoken on the phone. I think when we were connecting initially, it was just through email for the first few weeks, and actual fact, and Lorelei said, "Oh, can you go on Messenger and talk? I want to hear what your voice is like." So so I said, yeah. So we did that as well, but it was just an amazing connection, and I was more or less in love with her. But I also had found, because we checked, and also these day and age you've got social media, so I checked her out on a Facebook page too, and she checked me out, and you get a good old gawk and a look and see what they're like and see what they're interested in and all that, and it's sounding really good. And I remember I was with my two boys at the time. Sorry, no, my one son and my grandson. They were, you call it in the USA soccer training. We call it football, but soccer training. And and my grandson we were on the stand on the side of the field, the soccer field. My grandson was training, and I was just talking to my son, and I showed him the picture. This is before I even met. I said, I've been corresponding with this person here, and I showed the picture on Facebook, and I said, I'm really in love with this woman. I've never met her. I just really love this woman, and I'm going to meet her. So fast forward a few more emails. I booked a flight to go down to see her in Brisbane, which is about a couple of thousand kilometres south from where I was. And yeah, so that was on around about the June the 9th, wasn't it?
June the 9th.
June the 9th, about a month before my birthday, because I'm July the 9th. So we met, and it was amazing. And but the connection was there just so much instantly. It was amazing. I was like, and we met, and of course we did get on well together. And one of the first things that Lorelei said to me was that she felt so comfortable with me, isn't it?
Instant comfort.
Instant comfort. And so we were really just on the same page. So whatever way it works, I don't know. All the things were all integrating. And I think within about a month, I proposed to Lorelei.
In a month,
which is quite.
wait,
within
a month after you met in person, or a month after you started talking to each other?
In person.
Okay.
In
Okay.
person.
Wow. Wow.
And within 6 months, we were married.
The end of the year.
End of the year on her birthday. We married on her birthday, which was the 18th of December. So and so that was, and so this December is going to be 5 years married. So we married 4.5 years. And yeah, it's exciting today as it had been when we first met.
Exactly.
We just get on so well together.
Wow.
You know, we're very, I suppose if you call it on a compatibility scale, what would you say out of 100?
99.
99. There's always room for 1%.
Wow.
We've got to work on that 1%.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, Jill, that up to that stage, there was so much things in the past that we, you know, coincidence or call it what you want, that we'd been in certain areas with years before without us knowing each other. So it just we kind of nearly crossed paths in so many different ways,
different locations,
like just all around the world. We sort of just as if we were at the same year, same decade, same year, same location. We actually were living very close together, but we actually didn't actually had met each other until 5 years ago. So that's quite amazing. So the sparks were there, the attraction, the magnetic energy was there, and it was brewing up.
Yes.
And then it was waiting to go kaboom. Now, the funny thing, well, I suppose it's not funny. It sort of is a funny, not funny, but whatever you want to call it. That ironic. I was in a relationship for 17 years before I met Lorelei. And I never felt that. I never, ever, in 17 years, I never felt I wanted to ever spend my life with that person. And although I tried to break it off and separate, it's, you sometimes you just stay in relationships for just whatever.
Too long.
Too long. But it stayed on, and I just felt this is amazing, crazy. And then in the last few years, I felt I was in a relationship and I felt so lonely that you could actually be in a relationship and feel really lonely. And I was.
Yeah. Wow.
But people, but from the outsiders, all your friends and associates, they say, "Wow, it's amazing," and they say, "Oh, you're crazy! Like you met this woman for, 1 month and you're proposing to her and getting married to her, and you knew this other woman for 17 years and nothing." And people can't work that out, but you know when you know. You know when you know, And so that was the way it kind of happened.
That's
magnificent.
That's amazing.
There you go, one for the camera.
They just kissed. I don't know if the camera was on me or you because of how the Zoom works, but that's so amazing and beautiful. Like, and I think that's been a theme too with the couples I've interviewed so far. I think you're number 5 now, and everyone just, it's instant. It's instant, and they know. It's like, it's just when you know, and we've all heard that before, but to actually feel it and understand that, it's like, yeah, that's so cool. Beautiful.
It's true. It's like,
go ahead.
It's right, go on. I was just saying, it's like what Lorelei was saying. You just think that it happens to everybody else, not yourself, that you get that instant connection, that instant soulmate. You think it's, you always sort of think, oh, will it ever happen to me? But yeah,
it's real.
Yeah,
it happens.
How old are you guys, if you don't mind me asking, since you said you're not spring chickens?
No,
neither am I.
I'm just a young. You look great too. I'm just a mere 69 years young. And,
really?
Yeah. And
Wow, you look fantastic.
Lorelei's 51. I'm 69.
Wow. Okay, so Lorelei, when you saw his profile originally, he came on with this great energy, but did you go, think to yourself like, oh my gosh, she's 69? Did that cross your mind at all, or did it not?
Initially, when we first started emailing, and then he told me he was I think he was 64 at the time or something like that. I was like, whoa, 64?
Oh man.
That's old. But then the more we emailed, it just became a nothing. You just forget about the number.
Right. Well, yeah, you look pretty spry and fit there, Jean. So good job.
More vitality than anyone I've ever known. No, more energy and vitality than any person I've ever met in my life. He just never stops. He's like,
I'm the energy ball.
That's right.
I've already been for my 4-kilometer jog this morning and a swim already.
Nice. That's fantastic. And wow, okay. So this is pretty special. And so what was it? How did you know? Well, you just knew, like everything was your compatibility. Did you match up on all your compatibility levels, like interests and sexual chemistry and communication skills? What happens when you guys, something comes up between you? What do you guys do?
You're the master communicator. He will pull anything out of me.
Well,
I'm a bit of a shutdown kind of person.
Because we've been together now for 5 years. I kind of understand a little bit. You get to know people, and so like when I do kind of pick up sometimes if Lorelei is a little bit anxious, she gets a bit anxious sometimes, a bit stressed. And she kind of shows it. I don't. I'm kind of all bubbly, even when I'm stressful. I'm still, hey, it's a fantastic day, and I'm like that. Even when I'm stressed, whereas Lorelei will quieten down a bit, and I sense that. And so I think the trick is not to take it personally and think, oh, what have I done? Why aren't you, why are you quiet? I mean, it's like I'll just ask Lorelei, just what's happening. You seem a little bit, quiet this afternoon, or something like that, and just try and understand it and just talk it through. Yeah, I mean, we can't all be, I mean, most probably, I'm not just saying, got tickets on myself sort of thing, so to speak, but I am a very bubbly person. I'm always cheerful.
Always.
I'm always noisy. I'm always out there. I'm always extroverted, always. As Lorelei would say, you're just one level high octane.
Always.
I'm not up and down moody. I'm not a moody, although I'm a Cancerian and we're supposed to be moody. I don't know why I'm not moody. I'm just always up.
Always cheerful.
Always cheerful. So, and I think that helps Lorelei, because she's had some, pretty challenging, dysfunctional kind of relationships before me, where they were into, a bit moody and grumpy, and people don't know what
abusive.
Basically. You don't know who you're going to wake up, what person you're going to wake up to in the morning. Well, I suppose it's helped Lorelei immensely, because she knows who she's going to get every morning. I'm up there. Even this morning, she said to me, "Oh, how can you just be so?" Oh, I can't. She's still amazed 5 years later. She said, even this morning, she said to me, "How are you so bubbly and up in energy this morning?
Energy.
How do you do it? I mean, what's going on? I mean, we don't drink, don't do drugs, we don't do alcohol, we don't do coffee in the morning, nothing like that. It's just natural. I mean, we are very strict. You can imagine green singles. We are mostly basic vegan type people, and for many years. I've been a vegan and vegetarian for over 50 years. Lorelei, vegan, vegetarian for over 30 years, I think.
Wow.
And so that was one connection we had. We have similar patterns with food, and eating lifestyle that way. And I think that I was just saying, like, I think just eating, not want to get preaching about nutrition and that, but I just feel like eating a lot of living food, life food, gives me a lot of energy. So I feel like there's no drug on the planet. No one could come up to me and say, "Hey, I've got this drug uplift, or whatever they call it, that's going to make you high." They say, "Well, look what I got. You can't go higher than me. I'm at the pinnacle. You can't go higher. You can't give me any drug that's going to make me more higher in life. I'm just high." Fresh air, nature. We got a great connection with nature. We love the great outdoors. We got the same music tastes, food tastes, nature, interests, movies.
We match.
In so many ways, we're just a good match. Like even with exercise, like Lorelei's into fitness, I'm into fitness. Not only into fitness, she's into the gym. I'm into the gym. She's into walking. I'm into walking. She's into yoga. I'm into yoga. You know, she's into meditation. I'm into meditation. Like, it's just so many, as I say, we're not really underestimating the fact that there's a 99% compatibility. Maybe it might even be more than that, but we leave a 1%. You always got to leave room for. There's no such thing as perfection, so we've got to leave a little bit of 1%. But as close as you can get compatible, we are. Yeah.
How,
So just a little.
John,
Yeah.
John,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
quite
so beautiful. You guys, I love it. How did you know to contact Lorelei? What was it about her profile? Because this match is so, you're so compatible. Was it your inner guidance? Was it something was it her photo? What was it on her profile that caught you and went, whoa, I've got to contact her?
question. It's just about everything. Obviously, I mean, there has to be some kind of photo, physical. You know, oh, she looks a bit of all right. She looks nice, or she might think that, oh, this guy looks okay. There's always going to be that way. But beyond that, too, yeah, inner guidance, and plus her profile. What she wrote about a little bit about the metaphysical interests in life, and you know, and kind of more kind of spiritual stuff, which I was very interested in and still learning about, and that really attracted me. Yeah, so I think just, yeah, her photo, her profile, my guidance, my intuition, and I think just when we started writing her, just a real honesty of writing to me. You know, it wasn't all glossy. Look at me, I'm a fantastic person, and I'm, you know, this, that, and the other. She was, you know, she actually exposed her, if you want to call it, vulnerabilities to me, and I thought it's a strange, but she felt so comfortable to tell me that, you know, that she had, you know, she had some challenges in life, and she was quite prepared to share that to a, what I thought was a stranger, but maybe I wasn't a stranger, and I thought that really melted my heart, you know. And I just, I don't know. As I say, I've never felt, you know, as I say, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm 69, so I mean, I've met a lot of people in my life, mostly more people than both of you guys. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm an outgoing person, which compounds it, so I meet even more people. Because if people don't meet me, I go and meet them. I go and say, hey, why aren't you talking to me? Come and meet me. I call people over. I literally stop people in the street and in the shops and call them over to talk to me and meet me. You know, I go to approach people. Like, if I'm walking the shopping aisle, I'll see someone who's dressed, got something nice clothes on. Not necessarily just a young person. It could be a lot older people, you know, because I think it's nice to give people confidence, because a lot of older people don't. And I've always been the sort of person who goes for the underdog. So if I see someone who's a bit overweight and they don't feel confident, I'll say, good morning, good afternoon, how are you feeling today? Or, oh, that's a lovely top you got on. That's a nice dress you got on. You know? And mostly people like that, they don't feel comfortable in, you know, whatever. They don't get a lot of compliments. So I've always been that way, to be a little bit more understanding for that, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a kind of bit of, you know, it was a
So,
bit of everything.
so it sounds like initially probably her looks and what she wrote. And then as you got talking, it was her openness, her vulnerabilities, and her realness, genuine. She was authentic. She wasn't trying to impress you. And there was something about her that just touched your heart. And I think your inner guidance was, you knew,
Yeah,
like there was something deeper there that you were following, because it's just, yeah, it's you had to have known like that. You had to have been following that.
you
Yeah.
know, Jill, you get to a certain age, like I am, you know, you get, you know, you get wiser, you become more. The thing about getting older is, you, or mature, if you want to call it whatever, is you get to know your strengths and weaknesses, your turn-ons and your turn-offs. And I know from all my experiences in life, you know, it's not just going for looks. Looks won't cut it. Been there, done that lots of times. Looks, but
Mhm.
not having the real connection on the heart and the soul and the spirit. You know, that connection. I think with Lorelei, that was the real thing. So she could have been the greatest looking female on the planet Earth, but if she didn't have that, if I didn't resonate with her heart and soul and spirit, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have
Yeah.
happened. So it had to
Yeah.
be. So the main thing, yeah, the attraction was great, but it went way beyond that, you know, which is
Definitely. Yeah.
fantastic,
Yeah.
which is going to
And
keep us
then,
together. So when we're old and shriveled up and wrinkly, hopefully we're still going to have a spark for the heart, spirit, and soul.
oh, you will for sure, no doubt. Another destined connection. Lorelei, what was it? Did you invite, so you invited Jean to come visit you, right? Or did he just say, I'm coming?
I definitely wanted to meet him in person. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was definitely, yeah.
And then he
Did I
ended up,
invite you?
I can't remember. Mostly I just butted in and said I was coming
Yeah.
down.
that's what I'm thinking, you probably did.
I think he just said, I'd like to meet you. And I was just like, yes, I'd love to
Yes,
meet you
please.
sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think she said that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. And the funny, yeah, the funny thing is, the day I was going to meet her, my car broke down, and
Oh,
so
no.
I actually missed the flight. I
That's
actually
right,
missed the flight.
you had the wrong
I had
time
the
or
wrong,
something.
I had the wrong time, the wrong flights, and I was going to go to the airport about, I think approximately, it was about what
Afternoon, evening.
afternoon, say 4 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever. I had to catch this flight at 4 o'clock. Just say 4 o'clock. It might have been 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and I missed the flight because my car broke down. I had to, because I lived half an hour from the airport, and I had to ring up a friend to come and pick me up, leave the car broken down the side of the road, and he dropped me to the airport. But funny enough, when I got to the airport, I didn't miss the flight, did I?
You had the wrong time.
I had
It
the
was
wrong time as well.
AM. It was AM, and you just thought it was PM or something.
Oh, I got it
Yeah.
all mixed up anyway. So it must be so excited. I got the times mixed up, the car broke down, everything like that. So there was a few challenges to think, well, hey, am I going to give up? No, I'm not going to give up.
You just
I think we
you
got.
know
I think we met about after midnight. Wasn't
yeah.
it? About one. She was waiting at the airport. Poor lady. I got there really. I managed to get on a flight at the last minute, and I think we met about 1 o'clock in the morning on the flight. And we're
Wow.
normally early to bed people at 8 o'clock, and then
Yes.
here we are,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So really
How,
funny.
Lorelei, how was the energy when he showed up? Like, what were you think? Were you nervous before he came? And then when you saw him and met him, how was it?
Yeah, I was a bit nervous, anxious, but then the instant comfort was really wonderful. Instant comfort, instant connection, which is something I've always wanted my whole life. So that was just wonderful. Instant comfort, it's like priceless.
Like, what does that mean? Like, can you describe that or go into detail with the comfort? Like, how does that
Because I
feel?
have had a lot of anxiety in my life and sort of social anxiety and social phobia type of thing. So when I'm around people, I just feel anxious. I don't know what to say. It's hard to be myself, but just meeting him, I just felt an ease and a comfort at being myself. So it's
Yeah.
just relaxing and comfortable. So it's just wonderful. It takes a load off of that anxiety lifting away. You don't have to
Wow.
be so all anxious and stressed, just comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's incredible, Jill, that she's such a quiet person as she is, and she met the noisiest person in the
Yeah.
world. How does she? How the universe has amazing ways of weaving its magic. Out of all the people, she had to attract a soulmate who was really super, just so opposite, noisy. There's nobody more noisy than me and
That's true.
outgoing. I'm the most outgoing person on the planet Earth.
But Lorelei loves it works. Like, you balance each other out, it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's like a comfortable teddy bear. His energy is just beyond amazing. It's just like so vibrant and wonderful.
Oh, that's precious. I
Thank
love
you.
it. Yeah, you guys are so cute. That's great. So tell me, tell me about the proposal and the wedding. How did that happen?
You alluded to putting a ring on the finger after our very first meeting. You like maybe even you sent a picture of a ring or something, and after our first meeting, and then the next you came back. You came back like a week or two later, like
I was on the flight every week, just about.
yeah, the first.
Oh, so okay. So wait, how long were you? How you
three
came?
times in June.
You came to visit. How long did you stay that first time?
Only about 2 or 3 times every time, 2 or 3 days.
3 or 4.
Okay.
3 or 4, because I was still working. I was still working at the time, so I had to get back to work for the weekend. I was doing real
Okay.
estate. I'm a real estate agent. I'm still a real estate agent.
Uh-huh.
And normally we have all the open homes and all the activity happening on the weekend. So I normally had to be back for open homes. Sometimes I'll leave Lorelei in Brisbane, flight, and then and get back and go straight to an open home from the flight. Because the good thing about I was very blessed because the good thing about the real estate is I can still take phone calls, inquiries, and negotiate business on the phone, no matter, I could be in the Virgin Islands staying at your place, you know, but I can't do that. When I have the open home, I have to be there physically. So I was actually coming down normally on the
Usually
Sunday
Sunday night, and then
Sunday
you
night
leave,
after the
like,
open homes,
Thursday or
and I leave
Wednesday.
about Thursday or Wednesday. It just depends what's going on. Yeah, so I stay 3 or 4 days. I did that quite a few times, didn't I?
Mm.
Yeah. So,
And then
so the
how
first
did
time we
you,
met was on the night. Yeah. So
the first time, what? Go ahead.
go on. We met on the 9th of in person on the 9th of June,
I think you came 3 times in June.
maybe 3 times. And when did I propose to you? Maybe it's, I don't know. I can't remember.
Before I went to USA for that trip. It was
It
like
was my birthday.
on your birthday.
Did I
Yeah.
propose? Actually,
Yeah.
oh, the 9th of June. My birthday's the 9th of July. I proposed to her on the 9th of July. My birthday.
But
One month later.
I'd already gone and got the ring,
Oh,
like,
already got
ordered.
the. Oh, I must have got the ring. I don't know how that worked.
And you'd
Wait,
like pay
wait,
for it.
wait, back up, Lorelei. You already got the
I don't
ring
even know.
before he proposed?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Things online, you know. We sent the links, and I was like, "Oh, I love this one." I'm going to go order it, and you pay for it. And then we had it already, and then he's like, "You did like a headstand and said, would you marry me?"
I did a headstand and ask her on a headstand,
Like, yeah.
upside down.
The answer is yes, you know.
That's so cute. Wow. Wow. Yeah,
Then,
that's
then, then she already booked to go to the USA to see her sister
mhm.
a few days after.
Yeah, it was your birthday.
Oh, my
The
birthday.
day after your birthday.
Oh, and then she went away for what, 2 or 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
So that was hard. Just proposed, and she ran off over the other side of the world for 3 weeks. And
Really
then she
hard,
came
yeah.
back, and then she moved up with me. She was renting a place in Brisbane with her son, who has since bought his own home. Lovely, lovely kid, beautiful boy, and her only child. And she moved up to Lorelei officially. She gave up a rental with her son. Oh no, the son kept on the home, and then you moved up on around about September to me. Is it about September?
I visited you for a
Oh,
week.
in September.
Yeah,
Oh, when did you move up?
in December.
Oh, December.
Early December.
And then
Okay.
then we got married 18th of December.
Aw.
Looking around.
Aw.
Yeah, yeah.
So
was beautiful.
Lorelei, you ended up moving up to be with Sean in his area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I moved away from my baby boy, but I knew it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
First time she'd been away. First time she left her son. And how old is he?
He's
21?
26 now.
About 21-year-old. And
Yeah.
they've been together her whole life. So for Lorelei to do that, it's a big move. You know, going, 2,000 k's to a new place she's never been to, in a new relationship, and leaving her son. He was old enough, so she left him the house, because he was an adult, But still, it's a big move. Well done.
Big move.
Yeah,
It's braver than you think.
Yeah,
move.
that's great. And you guys opened a retreat center pretty recently, correct?
Only about 3 months
Wow.
ago, yeah.
And
So so we got married. We were in towns all together in the unit I was in. I sold that unit, and a bit of juggling and bits and pieces. We ended up buying a property where you can see us now, and or the background anyway. And we've been here for 3 years, just over three years. July the 2nd, 3 years ago, and then about 4 months ago, we started up a little retreat. We got a little tiny home, like little cabins we put on the property. And we started having Airbnb and Booking.com and all that, and we get visitors. And it's building up. This month in July, we've had around about 50% occupancy. We've got guests for the next 3 nights, not tonight, but next 3 nights. That's why we had to put you off a couple of times, because when we have the guests, we wanted to spend time when they wake up in the morning. We like to sort of spend time with them. So there's no one. Luckily, the universe looked after us this time, and we didn't have any guests last night. We're hoping, looking. I hope no one booked. Hope no one. No one booked. So that's really good. And so we started up the retreat, and it's a kind of, we call it the Magic Mina Rainforest Retreat, because we are in the rainforest. We're in a unique area. There's only around about, what did you say,
0.25%.
0.25% of Australia's tropical rainforest. Not
Oh,
a lot of
wow.
it's been destroyed, because when the early settlers came here, they used the timber and blah blah blah, that sort of story. But so we're in a very unique area. So we thought to ourselves, if we start up a retreat and we put the word rainforest, we're not going to be competing with everybody else who has any other accommodation or retreats or Airbnb, because there's only 0.25% of the country that can be that. So we know for a fact that there's only 0.25% that can actually offer rainforest.
Right.
So there are a few retreats around, and yeah, it's good. So we just leave it to their own devices. We have a menu that people can choose. Like we make up a plant-based fruit smoothie for them if they want it, and we charge for that $10. And we offer some other modalities, don't we? Massage. Lola does a crystal singing healing bowl singing healing thing, is it?
Bowls.
Singing bowls. And we've had some clients here where Lorelai's played the bowls in the background and I've done the massage. So funny enough, we're both qualified masseurs as well. That's another synchronicity. We're both qualified group fitness trainers. That's another thing we have. So I've taught a bit of yoga, and Lorelai's taught a bit of yoga. So on our menu, for a reasonable cost of $50 for a couple or individual, we can offer yoga, massage, personal fitness. We've got a fully commercial gymnasium, because I used to have a gymnasium in where I was living before, and we shut that down, and I brought a lot of the stuff up here where we are in this property. So we've got a very modest property. It's only about 2.25 acres, mostly rainforest, 2-bedroom place, but it's a very unique, quirky place. It's made of stone, homemade. And it's good, eh? Yeah.
Lorelei. Oh man, that's great. Well, I'm going to put a link. I'm going to put a link under the video to your retreat center so people can come and stay in your beautiful retreat and visit with you guys. That sounds like a lovely, lovely thing. Yes. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Well,
that's beautiful.
Lorelei, you've been, I know you're not as chatty as Jean, but do you have anything else that you would like to, would you like to share just before we wrap this up?
I'm just really grateful for that little synchronistic chance meeting on Green Singles, where I was not even there for a week, and then I found my soulmate. So I'm 100% grateful for that. I'm so grateful. Yeah, that's about it, really. I met my soulmate. I'm like, I'm so happy.
You're like,
I'm blissed out every day. Like,
boom, I'm done. That's great. Good for you. Yeah, I love it. That's fantastic.
Good for you. So you know, Jill, you provided that service, a magnificent service. It's a life-changing service. And I have read testimonials on your site, and you've changed a lot of people's life for the better. So you have got such a high vibe in energy. You've got so many brownie points, credits in life. You've done so much good for people. And as I say, without your site, it possibly would never have met. Two beautiful souls that we so connection like close. Without that, we might not have ever met. Mostly would not have in this lifetime. Might have had to wait another lifetime to meet. So you fast forward that, and you've given, you've changed our life beyond. It's like totally priceless. Yeah, priceless. You couldn't even put a price on what your services enabled us to do. So we're so grateful. Yes. Very, very grateful in so many ways. It's amazing, it's just incredible, amazing. Just speechless, aren't we? We're just speechless. No, it's just like, oh man, we feel like we won the lot. We also say so. We've won the jackpot. Absolutely, the Division 1 lotto. That's right. So we manifested this place too. It's beautiful, and we're bringing back wildlife here, and the birds and the animals are coming back, and it's a safe haven for not only just for us, for visitors and all the wildlife. We like to connect with everything, because we've got a strong affinity for the nature. Every day we count our blessings. We don't take anything for granted. We're very grateful for everything. Everything. We're lucky people, very blessed.
Yes. And that's where, that's why you're together. That gratitude is so key in manifesting your partner. And and now that you're together, you're even more grateful, and it shows. And thank you for, sharing that with me too. And and the website, and, Green Singles, and how special it is. Cause you're right. So many people never would have even met without the website. And that's why I do this work. And for 24 years now, and it's just, that's the key. And without if that weren't the case, it wouldn't motivate me. Why would I do it? So that's you guys. And now that I'm interviewing success story couples, that brings it all home.
Great,
It's like full circle, right? And it brings it all home. And it really is. I really, really appreciate you guys sharing your story with everybody watching this, because it's so inspiring and beautiful. And I really and I appreciate everybody watching this too, and I hope it inspires you to
Yes,
meet your
yes.
special soulmate and to give it a go.
Yes,
And,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
put some time and
Yes,
energy into your
yes.
profile and make it happen, because
Yeah,
yeah, and then stay in the flow too. It's like you put action into it, but then you also stay in
yeah,
the flow and you listen to your
yeah,
intuition. It's a great
yeah.
combination. Yeah,
And I
here, there.
hope you're also, and I hope you're also fulfilling your dreams as well, there, Jill. What you're doing at the same time. You know,
Thank
you're
you.
giving out a
Yes.
lot, so yeah, that's good too. You know, it's so great.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very happy.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, I'm gonna wrap it up, and thank you very much. And you guys are just absolutely beautiful, and I really, really appreciate your time today and sharing with us. It's really special. Thank
We'll
you.
keep in touch from time to time.
Thank you so much.
For sure, for
See you
sure.
then.
All right, hang on, stay there. I'm
Bye.
just gonna
Thank you. Much
Bye.
appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you.
hang
Yeah.
on. Where's the? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm
Stop
still
now.
learning this.
Doesn't want to stop. See ya from down under.